veterans that are here tonight, please raise your hand and let us give you an incredible thank you for the things you've done. You have given us the freedom to be here tonight, to do what we do. We so appreciate who you are. Another group that I'd like you to acknowledge tonight, we are all here to provide support to an incredible team of people who provide care day in and day out to our patients and our families, the folks in our cancer program, the folks in our hospice program, and all of Doylestown Health. For those of you who are part of my incredible team that I'm blessed to work with, would you raise your hands, be acknowledged, and let's all thank them for the great stuff they do every day. So I have a very special honor tonight to introduce somebody that's kind of special to me, who's going to acknowledge a family for us. My wife, Kelly, came with me. I brought her up to the frozen north from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Well, it wasn't frozen until tonight. We came here. We brought our family here. Kelly chose to invest herself in the profession of nursing. It's a calling that she's had for some time. She finished her nursing degree here at Gwinnett Mercy, went through the training at Doylestown Health, and found her absolute passion in hospice. And I'm telling you, I could not be prouder. And I'd like to introduce my wife, Kelly.
I want to thank all of you being here tonight. Jim did not help me because I was already going to cry. Before I get started, I certainly want to thank the team that I work with every day. I have one nurse out that's doing an admission as we speak. We have a couple of nurses that quite honestly just needed a day off after a couple of weeks. We've all done, including me this week, about 35 hours without sleep, taking care of patients on call. I also have Erica Tellini, if she would raise her hand. She has been with us the longest. She has been with us for 13 years. And then also our medical director, Dr. Jane Tuller, is over on the left. She takes my phone calls at 3 in the morning when I need more medications and never hesitates to. She doesn't yell at me. She just kind of says, okay. I have such an honor tonight to acknowledge a family that made everything right with me, that I had chosen the path that I knew I needed to do. Hospice nurses do not do this for money because there is nothing glamorous about it. We do it because there's a calling. And even talking to Erica tonight, because I told her that I'd never asked her why she went into hospice. I don't think we have a reason that we get called to nursing. We don't have a reason that we get called to hospice. It's because we just know we need to be there. And I had not been doing hospice very long and got the call to go see this family. My grandmother had just passed away, and she and I were inseparable. And my mom and my aunt left that experience not feeling well about how it had gone down because the nurse had not educated them, had not been blunt, had not said what the next couple of weeks were going to look like. And I knew then that every patient I needed to be invested in. We are compassion intended. It is not time intended, which is phenomenal with this job. So my grandmother told me right before she died and right before I came back that she would visit me in the form of a cardinal. So I always wear it. My badge was hanging to a cardinal tag. I walked into this family's house, and they too had a belief in that cardinals were coming back as loved ones of theirs. Their daughter was going through nursing school, as I was, when my grandmother passed away. And I wanted to quit and come home, and was told I couldn't. I told Tammy not to quit, to keep on going through her nursing school, that her dad would be so happy and that she would always be a better nurse because of it. And she graduated and we need to give her a round of applause, even though she's not here. She just graduated from nursing school. And is not here because she got a job at the Doylestown Medical Center, and was super excited about it. So I'm so proud of her. Their sons, one is CB West's head football coach. So let's give a round of applause for him because he mentors children every day. My patient, as well as his two sons, other two sons, are also were active military. So it is extremely important on this day to give them a round of applause. Every once in a while we have a family that you just, they're in you, you feel everything like you were their own family. And this was absolutely that family to me. So when they came to me for this event and said, can we come up with some family that we could honor that night? They printed out all the families that we'd had over the past year. I said, I don't need to look at that. I know without a shadow of a doubt, this gentleman that needs to be honored, and this family that needs to be honored, because I can only hope that, like him, my 4 children one day come to my bedside until the very final minute to support me like you all supported him, because you can tell you guys were fabulous, but he was, without a shadow of a doubt, my favorite patient to date. So with that being said, I would like to introduce his sons, Tim and Travis Cowhey.
My name's Tim Cathers, my brother Chaz Cathers, he's the football coach. And our brother Chris couldn't be here tonight, he's in Atlanta, Georgia, and as Kelly mentioned, our sister just graduated from nursing school, and I'm happy to say that she just started her new job this week, and that's why she couldn't come. So we're pretty happy about that. 49 years old, just graduated nursing school, that's a pretty impressive accomplishment. We were asked to talk about our experience with hospice with our father. Our father was Harry Cathers, and he was a member of the Doylestown community since he was born, never moved away. We were all born here, we're still here. He was in the military, right out of high school, MP, and then he served in the Doylestown Borough Police Department and for 9 years, and then retired from the Bucks County Sheriff's Department. And for the last 10, 15 years, he served a very active retirement. He had a very active retirement and had a lot of fun traveling the world, and he was a very energetic guy, and he was only 75 when he passed away this July. And he had been diagnosed with esophageal cancer about 2 years ago, and after very aggressive treatment through chemotherapy followed and radiation, he had surgery to an esophectomy. I'm not a medical guy, so I got that wrong, but it was very difficult surgery with complications, and it was a very tough road to recovery. So unfortunately, about 9 months after surgery and being clean, his cancer came back with a vengeance, and he had tumors on his femur, his liver, his lungs. It was everywhere. So he had 2 choices. He could choose to do another round of chemo. Radiation was out of the question, and that would give him maybe 6 months of poor life quality. Or he could go down the road with hospice. We had no idea what hospice was. Maybe he knew a little bit better than us, but he chose the hospice route, I think, more because he didn't want to go down the chemo route again and not have a good last 6 months or so to live going through that. So it was our first experience as a family with hospice, and we were fortunate to have Kelly lead that group, and she was there from the beginning to the end with her team, and we didn't know what to expect. We had no idea what hospice. We thought maybe people would come in and like just check in on him, and that was it. But they did such a good job managing his pain that he was back to his old self. And Kelly mentioned he was a character. Our father was quite a character. We had so many good times in his final last 2 months that it was like he was his old self again before he got sick. Like it was like we reversed time for 3 to 4 years ago, and we had a great time up to his last days. It was incredible. So he was feeling good. We were there every single day visiting with him. And it was like Kelly and all the nurses that came in were like part of the family during process. So it was quite impressive. So if I ever get sick someday, that's the way I'll go, because that was great. It was really incredible. So thank you, Kelly, and thanks to your team, because it was really good. I know my father really appreciated it. Our whole family appreciated it, and it was really the way to go for him. That's the way he wanted to go out. So my brother Chaz wants to say a few things about community. My father was very active in the community and a big community supporter, and he passed that on to us, as you heard. And so I'll turn it over to him.
Thanks, Tim. Well, as Tim said, our dad was, heavily involved in the community. He chose a life of service to others. It's something that is instilled, I know, in myself, as well as my oldest brother Tim, who dedicated himself to the military and serving, others so that we can live free today. Our brother Chris was also in the Special Forces in Green Beret, who served his community, and it is another reason that on a day of Veterans Day, we were very proud of what they've accomplished. And my sister, who just picked up nursing, and I know that she's excited about the new career and the new path that she has chosen. And I know for the first couple days that she's had, I don't think I've ever seen our sister as happy as she is today. And I know her conversations with Kelly throughout the process of hospice has been a huge influence on her life. So I thank you, Kelly, for that too, for helping be a mentor to our sister Tammy. I know she's definitely found a path that everybody looks for. That when they go to work every day, they enjoy what they do. And then for me, I'm a teacher and a coach, and it's that service to others that I think is important to this community that we live in. We live in a great place in Doylestown and Bucks County. And it's something that I don't take for granted, and I know every day that I get up, I'm excited about being a part of this community. And a lot of people, unfortunately, the life that we live in, everybody's going to die at some point, and it's the harsh reality. And I think cancer, especially, is something that affects a lot more people than we know. I've met so many people that have been affected by cancer and have changed their lives, and it's something that we have to open our eyes to, and it's something that affects a lot more people than we know. So I think an important part of that is just coming together as a community and making sure that we're here for each other and that we're supporting each other in that time of need. And I think for our family, one of the days that I will never forget is when I sat in the doctor's room with my father and my sister, and we talked about the option of hospice. I wasn't sure what it was. I know my sister, had an idea of what it was, but going through that process of deciding whether or not to go on hospice for myself and my sister, I think was a lot harder than my dad. My dad, at that point, he knew. He said, he wanted to be comfortable. He wanted to be at home. He wanted the care to be at home. He wanted to be where he felt most comfortable. So I think it was a lot harder for myself, my sister, than it was for him. And I think that's the part that I think now I can look back and I can realize that I think that through the whole process, he came to the understanding of what was going on before our family has. And the ability to be able to have hospice come and care for him at his house where he felt comfortable, was something that you won't ever forget. So I know I'm ever grateful for Doylestown Hospital and Doylestown Health for being able to supply the comfort that he needed through his last days of time on this earth. And he was comfortable, he was happy, he was dancing, he was cracking jokes, and that was the way he wanted to go. He told me that he hated hospitals. He hated nursing homes, and if he ever had a chance to be in a hospital, he was infamous for breaking out of hospitals. He was infamous for taking out all of his equipment and being found outside trying to get out. So if there was ever a place that he was most comfortable, was at home. And for somebody of my age, it's hard to grasp at that time, but I'm very thankful for Kelly and her staff for being able to support him through his last days. And I know our family, there's nothing like spending the last couple of days with your father in the most happy of his state. So Thank you all for coming today, and I know our family is very appreciative of this opportunity to tell our story, and it's a story that I've heard multiple times from multiple people. This affects a lot of people, so anything that we can do to give back to others that they can't get this care, I think is very important. So, thank you, Jim.
Is this not an incredible family? My God. Now I'd like to ask Sherry Putnam to come up and say a few words about the program and the things that are going on. Sherry is, if you haven't known Sherry before, you'll get to know her tonight. I'll tell you, she's one of our execs that's been around in Doylestown and has been very much a part of why Doylestown Health is as great as it is. Sherry Putnam.
Thank you, Jim. It's so good to see so many familiar faces this first or second Friday in November. Many of us have spent this night together for the past 15 or so years, and usually I'm telling you to rush to one side of the room to the other because the yellow table is closing and the red table and the white table. A little bit different this year, but the feeling, I think, just that has always underwritten this cancer and hospice fundraising event. What a fabulous story tonight from Chaz and Tim to share their personal story with us, and Kelly too, part of that family, and that recognition that we in healthcare are so blessed. And they say healthcare changes everyone that it touches, those who give care and those who receive it, both. And I think hospice is the perfect example of that we really have the chance to be in the home, to be part of the family, not to just have a passing occasion to say hello to a patient in our family. So many of us know this, right? Because we've been through the cancer journey. Many have been through the hospice experience. But one thing many of you may not know is that neither the cancer program nor the hospice program are revenue producers for Doylestown Hospital. It is the commitment of our board of directors, led by Joan Parley. I know she's here tonight. I don't see her bright red immediately, but by our board, who make that commitment. The commitment of our board of directors and the Village Improvement Association that we will provide this support to our community and to its families. And so we have events like this to make that possible. And again, for all of your familiar faces, if you feel moved tonight to come forth again, I think it's too late to buy a chance to win a BMW, but it's never too late to give another $1 to help make sure that nurses like Kelly and Erica are able to help families like this, and to be with Tim and Chaz and Tammy and your brother Chris and your dad. I'm so sorry I didn't get to meet him, because I feel like I know him now, though, and I'm gonna look for the first cardinal, Kelly. And they may have put themselves away for the winter, but I don't think so. I think there's lots of cardinals that tomorrow morning we see them. Let's all put $1 in the till for them tonight. So please let one of our foundation staff people know that you'd like to give a little something extra in honor of this family and in honor of our caregivers over here at the sign-in table or anywhere. You know where to find us, right? Okay, let's get on with the fun time now, right? We got some stuff to give away.
We do. So we're just about to get to the good stuff. I do want to say, for just a quick moment, we're here to really support these programs, but many of you have been participants in these programs. Would all of the cancer survivors please raise your hands and be recognized for being here tonight and being a part of this special moment? And give them a round of applause. Okay, now, this is about raising funds for the programming that we do, the special, incredible program that we do. And I'm going to ask the Cathers to come back up here with me for a minute. And I think it's very fitting that in support of a father who is full of fun, that you help us pull the basket of cheer. Don't you think? That would be appropriate? So how do we do this? I need some logistical help. Here it is, right? So we're going to let you guys pull the winning ticket. Yeah, well, you can pull two and they have to split it, but you can pull one. Okay? So you pulled it, you read the number.
All right. 2081468. 2081468.
Outstanding. There you go. You don't get the car, but you get the trunk. Okay? This is a little bit of a change. We usually have a basket of cheer. Tonight it's a trunk of cheer. So I thought that was pretty good. Next one's for the car. Yeah. Nice try, guys. Nice try. Okay, now it is time to pull the winning raffle tickets. And this year we've got a couple of opportunities to win, which is pretty exciting. But to help me do this, I'm going to ask Dick and Angie Clark if they would come up and assist me with this process. The Clarks, please come up. Give them a round of applause. Many of you know the Clarks from a variety of perspectives, but the one that you're going to get to know them for is that they are chairing our major capital campaign and comprehensive campaign, and they've taken this project on. And this is one of the great opportunities for you to get us started, right? So, would you like to say just something before we get started?
Well, thank you, Jim. And these are very touching stories. And just to share one with you is that last year at the same time, my mother went through the Doylestown Hospice program as well. And you can't say enough about the care and the loving, not only for my mother as she passed away, but also for the family. And the fact that Doylestown Hospice continues to check on us as a family as we go through the process is just incredible. So it's something that Angie and I are very devoted to, and if you think about the vision of Doylestown Health moving future capabilities and the fact that we have this vision and this outstanding asset as a part of our community is the reason that we're all here tonight, and that we will be successful with this campaign coming up. So thank you.
Okay, so now, just so you know this is all in the up and up, we've invited our auditors to show up here to actually validate that this is all right. So Derek, would you come up? Derek McGraw is our senior auditor, handles all of the Doylestown Health auditing. We just want to make sure, you know, this is really, just so you know that everything's like perfect here, okay? So this is how this is a new process for us, so just bear with us for a minute. But we have the drum, okay? And Dick and Angie, would you help us pull the cards?
We're going to...
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, we'll just say we're going to put them in the envelopes, right?
Yeah, and you got it. I'm sorry. And
Gene,
with
you
the...
want this?
Okay, so John, you come help too. Here's the deal. Stop looking at the name stick.
Two. Sure you want that one?
I feel like there's a joke. How many people does it take to give away a BMW? But I'm not sure what that is. Okay. Okay. All right. So, just roll it back. All right, so we're going to start with envelope number 3. We'll work backwards here. So the first winning ticket is for Weber Gas Grill, donated by Vandegrift Appliances. And Derek, no, you get over here. You have to validate that this is appropriate. You have to seal these envelopes, make sure that they're all okay. Make sure there's only one ticket in each one.
It's all on you, Derek.
No one in Oscars read.
No Oscars here, that's right.
No hanging chats.
Do you feel the intensity of the moment coming here? There we go. Okay. So, Rochelle and John, would you open number 3? This is for the Weber Grill. And let's see how this is. And Rochelle doesn't have glasses, so we can't figure out who it is.
John.
John Barth,
Here?
Gallatin, Tennessee.
Oh.
It's a long distance ride.
Very cool. All right.
Jasper, Tennessee.
All right, number 2. And I would just, where's Joe Cowhey? He's here. I saw him. Joe, thank you for, you do so many great things. Would you all give Joe Cowhey and ShopRite, family ShopRite, a round of applause? So this is really kind of a special new thing where $100 gift cards for 52 weeks at the family ShopRite in Warminster. That's like, for us in our family, it's like a week's worth of groceries. But for the rest of you, it's a year's worth of groceries. So this is very exciting.
He has his glasses.
I do. Aaron Slattery, Philadelphia, PA. So, I'll say it.
Yep, Aaron Slattery. We will get in touch with them. We have phone numbers, so we'll be calling the people to let them know. Okay, now we need a good drum roll. Well, that was close. Okay, so here you go. This is it, the grand prize.
Please are here.
Roseanne Nelson from Chalfont, Pennsylvania. Roseanne is not here, but we can call Roseanne.
Yeah, we can call. So I need a phone. We've done this before where we actually called. Oh, whoops. Here comes Dick with the phone. That's what I do. We're on speaker.
Yeah, definitely.
I want to make sure I got the right number. I don't call the wrong person.
I'm saying, call us right back.
Roseanne, this is Jim Brexler calling. Roseanne, this is Jim Brexler calling. We're at the Circle of Life auction, and we're just calling to let you know a small thing happened tonight. You won the raffle for the BMW. Congratulations! So if you call in the next 5 minutes, you get, otherwise it would be good. No, just kidding. Congratulations. Give us a call when you get this message and you find your phone. Thank you. You get the phone. Well, that's right. It came from your phone. That's right. So let me just close by saying again, thank you to all of you who are here tonight. The Circle of Life auction has been an event, has been done for many years in over at Doylestown Country Club. There's a wonderful committee that supports this process, and many of them are here again tonight. We chose this year to kind of take a break from the tradition and try something a little bit different. And I hope you had a wonderful evening. The stories and the message is no less powerful and certainly couldn't have come across better. Thank you, Cathers. Where are the Cathers? I see them over there. Oh yeah, they're drinking the basket of cheer already. I see them. Cathers, thank you so much for coming in tonight, flying in tonight, being a part of this wonderful moment. Thank all of you for your generous, positive support. There's numerous people to thank for food and other things that are in the program tonight. We thank all of you for that. And again, just have a great evening and enjoy this holiday season and this period of Thanksgiving, because that's what this is all about. Thank you so much.